Hello friends, in this video we are going to discover the top 10 most dangerous places in the United States 2024. The United States is home to many vibrant cities, but unfortunately, some are recognized by high crime rates. These cities are often referred to as the most dangerous in the country. The FBI's Uniform Crime Report is a valuable resource for understanding crime trends in these cities, as it provides data on various crimes, including homicides, robberies, and assaults. Let's uncover the most dangerous cities in the United States. Kindly make sure to hit the subscribe button and press the bell icon before we start this video about the 10 most dangerous places in the United States 2024. Now let's dig deeper into each of the top 10 most dangerous places in the United States 2024. Number 10. Stockton, California. Stockton, California is considered one of the most dangerous cities to live in the United States based on FBI data and reports. Stockton had a violent crime rate of 723 incidents per 100,000 people, with a total of 5,517 violent crimes reported in the city. This high rate of violent crime places Stockton among the most dangerous metro areas nationwide, with a significant number of reported homicides and other violent offenses. The surge in homicides in Stockton in a recent year, with 84 reported cases, marked a 68% increase from the previous year, contributing to the city's dangerous reputation. Factors such as domestic disputes were cited as reasons for the spike in homicides. The vast majority of homicides in Stockton involved firearms, highlighting the impact of gun violence on the city's crime rates. Stockton's ranking as one of the most dangerous cities in California is based on its violent crime rate. Various factors, including population density, economic conditions, and law enforcement effectiveness, influence the city's challenges with crime. Efforts to address crime in Stockton involve analyzing these factors and implementing strategies to improve public safety and reduce criminal activity. By understanding the root causes of crime and working collaboratively, authorities can strive to create a safer environment for all in Stockton. Number 9. Milwaukee, Wisconsin. Milwaukee, Wisconsin, has a high crime rate, making it a dangerous city to live in. According to the FBI's Uniform Crime Report, the city had a violent crime rate of 1,457 incidents per 100,000 residents. The city also had a murder rate of 39.2 per 100,000 residents. Milwaukee saw approximately 9,600 violent offenses and 23,500 property offenses, resulting in a total of more than 33,000 reported crimes. The overall Milwaukee, Wisconsin crime rate is about 58.3 crimes per 1,000 residents. Milwaukee has one of the nation's highest violent crime rates, earning it the number 13 slot on Neighborhood Scout's list of the 100 most dangerous cities in the United States. The city's high homicide rate, more than 16 per 1,000 residents, puts it as the 36th most deadly U.S. city. The Milwaukee Police Department's 2023 Violent Crime Plan indicates that homicides increased by 11% in 2022, and up to 95% of homicides involved firearms. Number 8. Little Rock, Arkansas. Little Rock, Arkansas is considered dangerous due to its high crime rates. According to the FBI, Little Rock had a violent crime rate of 1,457 incidents per 100,000 residents, which is higher than the national average per 100,000 residents. The city also had a murder rate of 39.2 per 100,000 residents, which is more than 6 times the national average of 6.1 per 100,000 residents. Little Rock also has a high property crime rate. The city had a property crime rate of 3,858.3 incidents per 100,000 residents, significantly higher than the national average of 2,042.8 incidents per 100,000 residents. These high crime rates have contributed to Little Rock's reputation as a dangerous city. However, it is important to note that crime rates can vary significantly within a city, with some neighborhoods experiencing much higher crime rates than others. Various factors including poverty, unemployment, and access to education and resources can influence crime rates. Efforts are being made to address crime in Little Rock, including initiatives focused on community engagement, policing strategies, and access to resources and opportunities. However, continued efforts are needed to reduce crime and improve safety in the city. Number 7. Cleveland, Ohio. Cleveland, Ohio has a reputation for being a dangerous city due to its high crime rate. The city recorded 7,292 incidents of violent crime, which includes homicides, rapes, robberies, and assaults. Cleveland documented 92 murder cases, which represents the number of homicides that occurred in the city throughout recent years. This statistic provides insight into the safety and security of the area, and it is an important figure for law enforcement agencies, policymakers, researchers, and residents to be aware of. Cleveland had 5,035 reported incidents of property crime in recent years. This figure encompasses all forms of property crime, including burglary, larceny, motor vehicle theft, and arson. These incidents were reported to the relevant authorities, and the overall crime rate in Cleveland was 201% higher than the national average that year. It is important to note that crime rates have been declining in recent years, which is a positive trend for the city. Efforts to combat crime are being made by local authorities, with initiatives such as increased police presence and community engagement programs. However, a comprehensive approach involving not only law enforcement but also social programs and community development is necessary to create a safer and more prosperous community for all. Number 6. Kansas City, Missouri. Kansas City is considered a dangerous city to live in, with a high crime rate that has been a cause for concern for residents and law enforcement agencies. According to the FBI, Kansas City had a violent crime rate of 1,833.4 incidents per 100,000 people, higher than the national average. The city reported 176 homicides in the recent year, which was the most in its history dating back to 1985. Economic factors like poverty and unemployment play a significant role in Kansas City's crime problem. The city has a poverty rate of 16.1% and an unemployment rate of 3.9%, both of which are significantly higher than the national average. These economic disparities contribute to criminal activities. Street crimes, drug dealing, and gang activities are also notable issues in the city's overall safety. Addressing economic disparities, improving education, and enhancing public safety measures are crucial steps toward making Kansas City a safer place for its residents. Number 5. St. Louis, Missouri. St. Louis has gained a reputation as a dangerous city in the United States, with a high crime rate that has been a source of concern for residents and law enforcement agencies alike. The city had a violent crime rate of 1,833.4 incidents per 100,000 people, according to the FBI's Uniform Crime Report. This is significantly higher than the national average of 372 incidents per 100,000 people. One of the factors contributing to St. Louis' high crime rate is poverty. The city has a poverty rate of 22.4%, higher than the national average of 12.3%. This economic disparity has led to a sense of despair among many residents, making them more vulnerable to criminal activity. Drug dealing is also a significant issue in St. Louis, with gangs engaging in various activities that impact the city's overall safety. The widespread of firearms and limited gun control measures contribute to the overall crime rates in St. Louis. Number 4. Baltimore, Maryland. Baltimore has gained notoriety as the threatening city to live in the United States, as evidenced by FBI data and various reports. According to the FBI's Uniform Crime Report, Baltimore had a violent crime rate of 1,833.4 incidents per 100,000 people, surpassing the national average. The city reported 309 homicides in the same year, with a poverty rate of 22.4% and an unemployment rate of 5.7%. Baltimore's violent crime rate is nearly 5 times higher than the national average, with the highest robbery rate and the second highest murder rate in the country. Economic factors like poverty and unemployment play a significant role in Baltimore's crime problem. The city's high poverty and unemployment rates create an environment where criminal activity thrives, contributing to a sense of hopelessness among residents. Gang activity is also a notable issue in Baltimore, with gangs engaging in various criminal activities that impact the city's overall safety. Efforts to address Baltimore's crime problem include initiatives like the Baltimore Safe Streets program and investments in victim services and community-based violence intervention programs. However, the city continues to face challenges in reducing crime rates. Number 3. Birmingham, Alabama. Birmingham has been identified as the most dangerous city in the United States due to its elevated crime rate. The FBI's Uniform Crime Report indicates that Birmingham has a violent crime rate of 1,485.0 incidents per 100,000 people, which is significantly higher than the national average of 372 incidents per 100,000 people. The city reported 5,762 violent crimes, including 188 homicides, resulting in a murder rate of 59 per 100,000 residents. The city's crime problem is attributed to several factors, including high poverty and unemployment rates. Birmingham has a poverty rate of 27.8% and an unemployment rate of 6.1%, both of which are significantly above the national average. These economic conditions contribute to the city's crime problem, as they foster a sense of hopelessness and despair among many residents. To effectively address the crime problem in Birmingham, it is essential to address the underlying economic and social issues that contribute to it. This requires a comprehensive approach that includes initiatives to reduce poverty and unemployment, improve education and job training, and provide support and resources to at-risk communities. By addressing these underlying issues, Birmingham can create a safer and more prosperous future for its residents. Number 2. Memphis, Tennessee. Memphis has been named the second most dangerous city in the United States, with a violent crime rate of 361.6 incidents per 100,000 people, according to the FBI's Uniform Crime Report. Memphis has seen a series of deadliest violent incidents, including the abduction and murder of a kindergarten teacher and a shooting rampage. The city's high poverty and unemployment rates, as well as its large population, make it particularly vulnerable to crime. Memphis has a poverty rate of nearly 40% and an unemployment rate of over 9%, which are both higher than the national average. These economic factors contribute to the city's crime problem, as they create a sense of hopelessness and despair among many residents. On the other hand, gang activity is also a significant issue in Memphis. Gangs often engage in criminal activities such as drug trafficking, robbery, and homicide, which have a significant impact on the city's overall safety. The FBI's Detroit division has been involved in various investigations and initiatives to combat crime in Memphis, but there is still a lot to be done. Despite these efforts from law enforcement, Memphis continues to struggle with crime. Addressing these underlying economic and social issues will be key to reducing crime in Memphis and improving the safety and well-being of its residents. Number 1. Detroit, Michigan. Detroit, Michigan is the most dangerous city in the United States, according to the FBI's Uniform Crime Report. The city has a high violent crime rate, which includes homicides, robberies, and aggravated assaults. Detroit reported a violent crime rate of 2,007.8 incidents per 100,000 people, which is significantly higher than the national average. The city's homicide rate is also high, with 261 homicides reported last year. Detroit's crime problem is not a new issue. The city has struggled with crime for decades, with high rates of poverty, unemployment, and gang activity contributing to the problem. The FBI's Detroit division has been involved in various investigations and initiatives to combat crime in the city, including dismantling drug and gem smuggling rings, pursuing Ponzi schemes and bank fraud, and investigating serious color of law and civil rights violations. However, despite these efforts, Detroit continues to struggle with crime. The city's high poverty and unemployment rates, as well as its large population, make it particularly vulnerable to crime. According to a report by Money Geek, Detroit is one of the 10 most dangerous cities in the United States, with a per capita crime rate of $2,010. Detroit's high violent crime rate, including homicides, robberies, and aggravated assaults, has earned it the title of the most dangerous city in the United States. The city's struggles with poverty, unemployment, and gang activity have contributed to its crime problem, and despite efforts by law enforcement agencies, Detroit continues to grapple with high crime rates. Well, that's all we have for you today. Thanks for watching. If you enjoyed the content of this video, click the subscribe button so you can receive more content like this. Post your thoughts on the top 10 most dangerous places in the United States 2024 in the comments below. I'd love to read them, and I'm sure others would too.